Hello world, and welcome to my channel. This video is the unboxing, installation and usage of a King's 1500 watt power inverter. This is it in a plain box. King's. I hope you like this video. If you do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Cheers. Well, we're back. Got over beer, Australian way. Ottinger. Good beer. Cheers. Okay, this is the unboxing of a King's 1500 watt inverter. That's how it comes packaged. It's got the 2 leads. That's it. There's the instruction booklet. So, I'll bring it a bit closer. That's it there. That's the end. And that's the front. And that is the specifications on the back. Okay, now it is a 1500 watt power inverter. It's a Pure Sine Wave power inverter, 1500 watts DC to AC power inverter. Nicely finished. With a USB port on the front, 2 outlets, and a remote if you want to do it remotely. I'm not going to do it remotely, but that's how it is. With the 2 cooling fans on the back, and the positive and the negative for the battery there. Now, Specifications. The size of it is 420 by 235 by 105 millimeters. The weight of it is 4.05 kilograms. As usual, 240 volts, 50 hertz, of course. Inputs anywhere between 1440 and 1143. Pure sine wave, and low value shutdown is 10.5 to 9.5. Got overheating protection and short circuit cutout protection. It's on there. Comes with a 12 months warranty, of course, and it's got troubleshooting section on the back. Now, I am a household electrician, electrical contractor, so I know about power and cables, so I'm going to be installing this, and then once I installed it, I'll make a video, basically video of me installing it, and then I am going to demonstrate its usage and the battery voltage it takes out of the main battery. I have three 115 amp hour AGMs in here, brand new. That gives me 345 amp hours of power. Now I can get half of that, which is more than enough to run sandwich presses, coffee machines. But I will show you that later. Okay, well, I'll continue with the installation. Cheers. Yum. They're the leads, just got terminals on the end, either end, so that's the limit we have where I can put it, unless I make up my own. I got plenty of cable. Wow, I don't know where to put it. This is my old MDC 1000 watt inverter here. Doesn't work, of course. Nothing worked on the camper trailer when I got it. That's why I got it really cheap, and that's why I've been replacing things. So I'm thinking of getting rid of this and putting the King's one in here. Now this theoretically is a lockable valuables box, but I don't use it. I never used it since I've owned it. I could put it in there, and then I could leave the door open while I'm using it. Then I'm finished, close the door up again to protect it. How simple is that? Close to the batteries are just there. I just need to drill through holes at the top. Probably the top would be the easiest. Or the bottom. Pull the batteries back out again. Yeah. That is probably going to be the easiest place to put it. I've never used that box yet. Never ever used that box in the whole time I've had this camper trailer. I've decided to upgrade the cables, so I've just done the black on the battery to the switchboard, and that's the red. You can see the difference in size. Yeah, so it avoids voltage drop and anything else. So if I do it now, I won't ever have to do it again. So well, I'm upgrading it to larger ones from the battery onto the switchboard, and then I can go from the isolating switch to the inverter. I've just upgraded the neutral. It was actually on that end, so I've put it on this end, even though they're on parallel. I'm breaking the negative of that one and the positive of that one, but it's still going to be 12 volts. It's 4 AGW wire that I'm using. AWG wire it is. And I've protected the King's inverter. I got an isolator mounted outside. It's 200 amp, but the cable is actually going to be protected by a 125 amp fuse. One of these fuses here, that's the fusible link that's going to go in there. So it never had one on before, so I am going to put this on now and use it that way. So everything's going to be protected. The whole lot. Don't need to protect the neutrals, but yeah, all the actives are going to be protective. And I've put a connecting neutral link on the other board. Yeah, I just drilled a 50mm hole, and I've used 50mm electrical corrie, and I'm going to put a silicon around that, and that will insulate the hole, so I can bring my wires through into here for the inverter. Well, all the terminals are on, so the feed for the inverter comes from that one, which is a negative, and the positive up there goes down outside through an isolator, through a circuit breaker. Well, it goes from here through a fuse first. There's the fuse down there, and then through a isolator, and then a isolating circuit breaker, and then under there I've got the two cables ready to be connected to the inverter. So out here the battery power goes through the isolator first, and then it goes and gets distributed to this switchboard and the other one, and where the fridge is. Actually goes to the fridge first and then back to this one. This is the circuit breaker for the inverter. I put a 200 amp in there because I can only get 120 or 200, and 120 may not have been enough. I'm mainly using it as an isolator, but it will still protect the cable going through there, but I have it already on that circuit, is already protected from the battery anyway, so it's doubly protected with the 125 amp fuse and that. So we turn it on, fire it up. And we have 13.1 in the battery. They haven't been charged for a few weeks now. So yeah, it's as neat as I can get it. I reused the old holes with grommets in them. That'll close up like that. Next is to do is hook up the water level tank, the water tank level gauge, but that can be another day. I'd love a cup of coffee right now, and yeah, got this unit here, an espresso unit. Yeah, I might have a coffee, I think. got these, which is the Starbucks Cafe Verona. They're the ones I like. So what I might do is have a coffee. So the unit is plugged into there. I shall turn it on. Okay, the inverter's on there now with the green light, means it's on. Okay. Now, the coffee machine is warmed up already. So I'll have a cappuccino. Right. Let's change this over. Wow, smells good, coffee. And that's the coffee. It'll drip into the tray. Bit of chocolate on top. Just turn the coffee machine off. And that's it. Cappuccino. Chin chin. Ah, yummy. Right. So this is a espresso machine, DeLonghi. It uses 1450 watts. And the inverter is rated at 1500 watts. I think it's got a peak power of about 3000 watts, but the continuous rating is around 15, but people say they go up to 1800 watts, so it will easily run your coffee machine for a couple of coffees. Yeah, it was on 13.1 volts before. With the inverter on. I've just turned it off and it's back to 13 volts. So very little power would it use to make one coffee. So I might try another experiment and see what current it's actually drawing out of it. That was a great coffee. As good as you can get in the shop. Now for this next test, I'm going to make a sandwich, toaster sandwich. This is a 1000 watt sandwich press. $19 from Kmart. So I'll turn the inverter on. Green light comes on, and that'll heat this up. I'll plug it in and heat it up. Okay. Green light just came on, just there, so I will make a sandwich. This is one I made earlier. Toasted ham, cheese, tomato. It does 2 sandwiches, this one. While it's working, the battery goes down to 11.8 volts. The current ammeter is not hooked up to this, but yeah, so it's 11.8 volts while it's working. That'll do. Look at that. Toasted cheese, ham, cheese and tomato. Plug that. Going to have another coffee while the inverter's on. Warming up. Cut my sandwich in quarters. Okay, have another coffee. Sandwich, toasted both sides. Yummy. Warm that. Yeah. Stir. That's it. Second coffee. Toasted sandwich on an inverter. Well, I hope you like this video. As I said, it was about the King's 1500 watt Pure Sine Wave Inverter. The upgrade of I've upgraded the batteries previously, and I upgraded the wiring yesterday. So I used 4 AWG wiring, and that's what they said was suitable for what I'm doing, because it's only on for a few minutes at a time. I put in a fuse, 125 amp fuse, straight from the battery to the switchboard, so it's protected straight away from the battery. I have an isolator on the switchboard which distributes the power to the other switchboards, and I have a circuit breaker isolator, so for just purely for the inverter. It's 200 amp, which is big, but the 120 amp might have been a tiny bit small. So, but I'm just using it mainly as an isolating switch, and that means if it does have a dead short circuit, it will still trip out anyway. As I said, I'm an electrician by trade. I do it all the time with appliances. I can fix this, I can fix those, fix wash machines, fix fridges. I fix everything. I can wire a house. So I've been around a long time and I know a bit about things. So I hope you like this video anyway. If you do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Cheers.